Hi everyone, this is Nelly the blogger, and this is the start. Saturday 26. We are, let me see, okay, we are past 11, so an hour later than it was supposed to be for the beginning of the 24-hour readathon. And the reason being is that I was stuck at watching Bird Box on Netflix, and well, you can understand perfectly that you want to know till the end what's going to happen, how it's going to end. This week I did I ran a poll with the 4 different books that I crazily hoping to read on 24 hours, and you have chosen The Inventor's Secrets by Andrea Cremer. In a world where Britannia rules the colonies with an iron fist and revolutionaries are hanged for treason, a group of rebels risk everything to fight against a future that could kill them all. That's all what it says. I'm only 50 pages into The Inventor's Secrets. It's not really clear. It seems to happen in 1816, but sounds like a fantasy. We are not seeing North America or the United States. We are apparently following a group of teens. As so far, this is the only thing that I can tell you throughout those first 50 pages. Hard to say really anything so far. It's just that there's a lot of different characters inside at the same time, and as always, I am a bit my penter lost or overwhelmed when they are too much in a short period of time. So, and there's not really anything happening, so I'm gonna have to wait obviously for tomorrow, Sunday, which is the full day of the readathon. I am exhausted, so I'm not gonna push any further. I'd rather having a chance of getting up early. And I'm sure that my penter will wake me up early tomorrow morning to be fed. So yeah, that's all I can say for the beginning of the 24 hours of the readathon, and see you tomorrow. Update on Andrea Cremer with The Inventor's Secrets. I am 50 pages into it. It is a bit difficult, or I should say the first 100 pages were difficult to get through it. It takes a lot of time to really understand what kind of fantasy world we are in. I said last night that it is in 1886. Geographically, it is in America. Actually, historically speaking, the colonization of America or Canada happened differently than the way that it happened in reality. And so when we are talking about the empire, it is Britannia, so you understand that this is England, even if it's not really mentioned, or we are not really talking about any queen or king. And you have some parts of the continents owned by the French, some to the Spain, and Canada is actually it has been given to well, what you should say nowadays First Nations. They are called the natives. Once in the American Revolution, what we are calling nowadays, but in our world, didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to happen, and actually they lost, and that's why you have a resistance against the empire. They are turning pretty much all slaves, and because they are resistance or because they are against the empire. So this is as for what I can say about the book. So the writing might be the reason why I have some difficulty to go through it. We are kind of going somewhere now. There's a lot of characters. We are in young adults, I should say. And it is a bit difficult for me to really connect with anyone. The main character, I should say, is named Charlotte, and we finally know that she's 16 years old. She's the sister of Ashley, the brother who is in charge of what they are calling the catacombs, where all of the children of the parents who are rebellious are hiding until they are 18 years old and they can join the war and fight the empire. She is, how can I say it? Straightforward and not afraid, and a fighter, which is always nice as a character. But for whatever reason, so far, she is kind of, on the writing point of view, kind of, I don't know, put on the side that she is just, I don't know, she's not used well. I need a break of reading. So grab something to eat, or I should say, cook something, eat. I need to watch something. I know that this is a readathon, but my brain requires to watch something. I have reached the point of 198 pages. It is an interesting world to see how they evolve differently from what it happens, obviously, here. And it's funny to see that you have some old, you get it, old technologies, such as trolley if you want, and on the other side they have floating cities. We are still moving quite slowly, and I still think the same thing as a bit of disappointment with the main character of, well, it seems to be Charlotte, because when you start, the first lines, the first pages are her in the forest and kind of a badass at destroying some robots and else, and her fighting, and then nothing anymore. She is just not used. So obviously it's the choice of the author for the story and where she wants to go with the story and the whole series. It's obviously a failure for the 24 hours readathon, even if I knew that it was impossible for me to read the 4 books that I selected. I think I'm not capable of reading more than maybe 250 pages a day, and let's just say that without doing, I think I did 2 hours at least a nap. But I was so exhausted that I really wasn't able to keep my eyes open, even using some matches. It didn't work. And, well, I really needed to spend some time, quality time with my painter. We are still new to one another, and maintaining a good relationship matters more than necessarily succeed in the readathon. So thank you very much for staying along for this simple and very not necessarily exciting readathon, and we'll see you some other time. I think in February I'm gonna come up with another 24-hour readathon, and hopefully I can do better. So see you next time.